Sheila Matthews, ESPN's Andscape, Mark Spears, Bill Rhoden, Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Someone had dinner without me is what I heard. The bet happened.
Yeah, but Sheila, what you don't understand,
I ate a burger at the arena.
Wait a minute, but I
a burger?
Yes.
With
What you have?
Wait, but see,
you ever heard of Harry and Izzy's?
I've seen it.
Shrimp cocktail
I saw the dollar
steaks.
signs next to it. I ain't have it.
So we made the bet, but you kept insinuating yourself onto this bet.
Yes.
But if you were there, were you going to split the bill? No.
We don't know that.
I know. I have a sense. But listen, we still going to Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
So we could have a conversation there.
Okay, there we go. I mean,
Okay.
look, I was wrong.
Conversation.
It's clearly not going to be OKC in 6, but you did get a chance to catch up with Shai after the game. What can you tell us about that interaction?
Yeah, he said, one game, winner takes all. It's basically as simple as that. And he has to come ready. Shai's really good at making it about the team. He doesn't make himself bigger than the rest of his team. Mm-hmm. He's going to have to do that in Game 7.
Yeah.
He's played in do or die games in the NCAA tournament, in the Olympics. They lost to France in the first round of the playoffs not that long ago. Me and Bill were there. I asked him, does he have to put on his cape? And he's like, no, we just got to win as a team. I think he has to put on the cape on Sunday.
Yeah.
I know they're guarding him differently, guarding him higher up the floor, but this is the kind of games that MVPs win. The MVPs start their legacy. You remember Jordan holding the ball the first time, right? After he won. Shai has to have a signature moment. And he said, everything is there.
Yeah.
If you're the winner, you get everything.
Yeah.
I think he has to get everything for everybody on this team.
Yeah, and I mean, that didn't go unnoticed by the Pacers either. We were in the presser together after the game. They did say that Gainbridge was the loudest that they have heard it for the entire finals.
I agree.
I could agree. It was insane tonight. The energy was too.
I don't know much, but yeah, it was louder today.
Yeah, but what did you take away from the
a lot
presser?
to cheer for.
Yeah, well, I think number one, I think that Shai does have to have a cape. But I think this was a game that I've been on the fence about Haliburton. As we've known, we've had this thing.
Yeah.
I think this is the kind of game, not so much the game he had to have, this is the kind of effort.
The Willis
that
Reed
he had to do.
game.
Yeah, he had to have this kind of moment.
Yeah.
I think for all the people who were doubting me, like him, it wasn't so much that he had to go out there and score a lot of points. He had to play hurt, he had to play well, and he had to play with force, and he did. So I'm pretty impressed. I mean, is that going to be enough to...
You're sold?
We'll see. We still have another game.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that was a signature game. It was a signature effort for him. He had to do that. He couldn't have. I don't think he could have even missed a half.
Yeah.
He had to miss it. But I think you've got two young guys, man. We were talking about this, Mark. Two young guys who, at the end of the day, haven't really. I mean, yeah, Shai won the MVP, and as you pointed out, that's fine. But it's not like winning that ring.
Yeah.
And I think to win that ring, you got to get to the next level. It's like I get it. I'm with the team guy and all that. No, man, you got to do it. You got to have one of those 45-point damn kind of games that we're going to be talking about 10 years from now. So that's what's fascinating to me to see these two young guys trying to get to the next level.
And I think nobody on either team has more to gain than him. Than Shai.
Yeah.
Like, one thing quietly going on is Netflix is filming starting five. Two of the guys on starting five happen to be Haliburton and Shai. And so I think once the season's over and once this thing runs and you get to see both kinds behind the scene, it's going to make the country, it's going to make the world, because it's viewed globally, fall in love with both of them more and more, because now we're seeing them at a Game 7 like Netflix. They got a gym.
Yeah.
But I think for Shai, this is a chance to put yourself into elite, top 3, top 5 in the NBA status, box office.
Yeah.
No one has more to lose on Sunday than him.
Yeah. All right.
And and Haliburton also as well. I mean, there's some championships here, but they've never won an NBA championship. So whoever wins, that guy will Reggie's big, but if Haliburton wins, he jumps. I'm sorry, Reggie. Haliburton jumps over you. Shai wins. his mural is all over Oklahoma.
Absolutely.
There's so much to gain in this Game 7.
And I mean, Haliburton quickly reflected on that in the presser. He said that what happens before the next game and after the next game, it does not matter. What matters is Game 7. So on that note, we need a prediction.
Wait, you got anything more to add on Indiana? Because you were in the locker room.
No. I mean, I've kind of shot my shot. I mean, I think that for me, that's what Haliburton needed to do. Because like I said, since we've been having these conversations, Haliburton, I thought there's been a lot of hype. His personality is such, Shai is a low-key kind of guy.
Yeah.
I think that Haliburton is more of a guy who would ingest all the stardom and all that, but he got to do it. He has to do it.
My worry for him, remember how he to me, he moved so much better today than he did the last game, right?
Right, almost to the point you wondered, was he really hurt?
He had 1 day off between those 2 games.
Yeah.
All right. Now, after that, he comes home. He basically had like 2 days and 3 quarters to get ready for this game.
Right.
It's different now. Now you got to fly again. He does have 2 days. But I mean, if I'm the Pacers, I'm waiting late tomorrow. You have your facilities, you have your doctors here. Like whatever they could do rehab with him, as long as they can tomorrow. I'm not rushing a flight to Oklahoma
City. They said 3 p.m. flight tomorrow.
Yeah.
3 p.m. flight.
I'm pushing it back. I'm getting him some rehab and rest. Everybody, what's the rush to get to Oklahoma City?
And I know we're making predictions. We have to make predictions. Again, I've been consistent and kind
I got
of
my
saying
prediction. I'm ready.
Mine was wrong.
Well, you already said 7.
Yeah, I'm staying on that hill.
I'll be stunned. Again, I've said this, I'll be stunned if they win.
Who?
I'll be stunned if the Pacers win. Yeah, just because this was an adrenaline game for him.
Yeah.
Like you said, he was at home. He had to show out in front of the home crowd. So sometimes, you've seen those things where a guy has this great effort here, and he said, "Listen, I've done my job. I pleased the home crowd. I satisfied some of the critics. Now we go to Oklahoma City. Nobody's really expecting us to win. So again, if we're at that game Sunday, and we're saying Indianapolis won, the Pacers won, I will be
Can I get
stunned.
dinner then?
Huh?
Can I get dinner then?
So, look at that. They're doing a whole neck roll thing.
So who's
what's your bet? What are you giving up? Sheila, what are you giving up? What are you sacrificing?
I'm stressed. The sacrifice is going back to Oklahoma.
Well, we're all doing
The
that.
sacrifice
You said
is
you
the
like
Game 7.
Oklahoma.
I do. I'm really excited to go back
wore the hat,
versus
you had
this.
I feel like you had something set up. Like you've been in a rush to get to.
No. I mean, look, today was Juneteenth. And on that note, too, I have to shout out Pascal Siakam. Yeah. In the presser, he did an amazing thing. There was a member of the media who was a black woman who wasn't able to get a lot of her questions off. And he did not end his presser until, it was not me, but he did not end his presser until he called on her and let her get her question out. So shout out to him. He ended the first half with a poster dunk, and he also had a slam dunk in the presser. So,
good job. Yeah.
So why don't we end with your pick then?
Yeah, right.
OKC in 7. I want to see them win it at home. I want to see them get their first one at home in Oklahoma. I think they can do it.
Do you know how crazy those streets would be outside?
Oh, I can't wait.
It'll be a
I'll
party.
be there. I'll be giving you all the sights and sounds straight from the.
They'll be like
horses,
like
wild
horses, cowboys,
wild horses, shot. Oh man, the guns.
It's gonna be a thing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hang out in the arena for a minute.
Shelter in place. Shelter in place.
I ain't got my hotel. Maybe I need to get the hotel.
Yeah,
next door.
get one downtown.
Oh, I got one. Yeah. See you in Oklahoma.
Yep. See you at Game 7.
Yahoo.
Just what she wanted.